Hi, I'm Chloe and welcome back to Chloe World. Today, I'm gonna share Louis Vuitton bags that I've sold and why. It's a highly requested video and I hope you get some tips to help you. I'm gonna start with bigger bags then move on smaller items. Let's get started. The first one that I've sold is the classic Speedy size 40 in monogram canvas. I bought this bag for travel, but I didn't use it that much. I know it's such a chic, good-looking bag, but it didn't work that well for me because it's a only handheld bag. As you know, travel bags are normally heavy, so it was quite hard for me to carry it with my hands only. That is why I didn't use this bag that much and I sold it. I think I should have bought Speedy B or Kippo for travel. And the monogram pattern print on this bag was kind of blurry like this. The Elvis store said it happens because it's man-made. Not every single thing can be the same. Such things. I understand what they mean, but I didn't like the faint look of this, so I sold it. I sold the classic Speedy 35 in monogram as well because my lifestyle has been changed. In my 20s, I used bigger bags a lot cause I carried a lot. Especially I used this classic Speedy 35 the most. I like the chic look. But after I turned into my 30s, I carry the least and don't use the bigger bags anymore. You will see soon on this video, but I've sold bigger size Speedy bags for this reason. I still think it's such a chic bag, but I just don't need it anymore. I sold the classic Speedy 35 Damier Ebene to get Speedy Bandouliere 35. I had thought this kind of big bag would have been easier to use if it had the strap. But I ended up selling Speedy B 35 as well because I didn't use it as much as I expected. I didn't have many things to carry in the first place, and the Damier Ebene strap is quite stiff, not comfortable on my shoulder. So I didn't use the strap that much and there was no point keeping this bag anymore. But I still believe it's a very practical and versatile bag, so I think I would get it again someday in the future if I ever need a big Speedy bag. I sold Speedy Bandouliere size 30 in Damier Ebene canvas after I got my Speedy B 25. To be honest, I love both size 25 and 30. But I ended up selling size 30 because they both work the same. I mean, their functions were the same to me. Of course, as you know, technically size 30 hold much more, but I just carried as much as I carry in size 25. So there was no big difference between 25 and 30 except for the mouth opening in my personal case. Size 25 is big enough for me because I do not carry it that much and I use my never full when I need a bigger bag. That's why I sold it. It's not the bag, but it's just my personal lifestyle and preference. And I sold my Speedy B 30 in monogram canvas for the same reason. Speedy B 25 monogram has been working well for me and I love my totem Speedy so much. The totem one is also in size 30 for your reference. I like this bag so much, but I just don't need it anymore. If you don't have any LV bag, I recommend this one as your first Louis Vuitton bag. I think it's a good starter piece. It's such a versatile bag. It can be a tote, shoulder, and crossbody bag. The size 30 is perfect for every use. It's not too big, not too small. And it's got the most iconic look of Louis Vuitton. You can enjoy the classic look of monogram canvas. I recently sold my Speedy B 30 in Damier Azur canvas for the next two reasons. First, I didn't use it much. For the last 2 years, I used it about 10 times. It's such a beautiful bag, but I needed to consider the weather and the clothes to use this bag because of the color transfer or patina. So I couldn't use this bag that much. Second, I didn't like the combination of brown vachetta leather and the azure canvas. The white Pochette looks pretty, but the oxidized honey brown leather was not that pretty with the azure canvas. I know it's just my personal opinion, but I would rather choose the azure one that has less Pochette leather part if I have to buy another azure piece. I sold the classic Speedy 25 in Monogram canvas to get Speedy B25. After I got my Alma BB totem, I sold my Alma BB in Monogram and Damier Ebene. I didn't feel the need to have two Alma BB in Monogram canvas, and the totem one is much easier to use thanks to the treated leather, so I sold the classic Monogram one. When it comes to the Damier Ebene, it has been the bag that I used the most until I got my totem one. Among 3 different types of Alma bag, Damier Ebene one had worked the best, but I sold it because I thought my totem Alma kind of replaces the Damier Ebene one. I just wanted to keep one per one kind each, if you know what I mean. I can get Damier Ebene one at the Elvis store whenever I want because it's a classic piece, it's not the limited one. I will get it again if I want it again or miss it so much. I don't have it anymore, but it's definitely a good bag. I sold the Pochette Milla Clutch limited edition because it didn't hold that much. It's such a flat pouch and I didn't like the wear on the painting. I sold all 3 different Eva clutch bags. I sold the Damier Azur one first because it was the least easy bag among the 3. And then I sold the Monogram one, and recently I sold the Damier Ebene one. As some of you already know, I'm not a crossbody person, so I didn't use this bag as a crossbody bag that much in the first place. And the shape, which was made in the one continuous piece of canvas, was quite uncomfortable to use. You know, there's no bottom. The Pochette accessory, which has the bottom, is far easier to use, to grab, to keep the shape. After I got my Pochette accessory NM in Totem collection, I sold the Damier Ebene one without regret. The Nano Speedy was a good small crossbody bag, but it looked too small on me. I'm 169 centimeters and I looked like a mom wearing baby's bag, and I tend to use top-handed bag more than a crossbody bag, that's why I sold it. The Vuitton Victorine wallet was so cute, but I was too careful to use it because of the painting on it. I don't need to touch the painting on my bag. For example, I don't need to touch the paintings on my Vuitton Neverfull because I just hold the handles. But when it comes to the SLG like a wallet, I have to touch it all the time. It shifts around and bump into the others in the bag. So I think the painting peels more easily. It hadn't happened to mine yet, but my friend's wallet had been peeled off, so I sold it. When it comes to the key pouch in Empreinte leather, the size was quite big, but it didn't hold as much as the size cause it's such a flat pouch and it was kind of bulky in my bag, that's why I sold it. If you're gonna use it as a key pouch, it would be okay, but I bought it as a mini wallet for my mini bags, so it didn't work for me. I sold the key pouch in Vernis leather because of the color transfer. Personally, I never ever recommend Vernis leather in bright color for this reason. You won't be able to avoid it. And this particular key pouch was not that practical either because it was so flat. This one, the Multicolor Clay limited edition, was so flat, didn't hold much. The leather lining inside started peeling off because it's an old piece. It was not practical at all, that's why I sold it. I sold these 2 back charms, FLEUR DE MONO. They look so pretty, but they are super heavy. The gold color got a little tarnished after a couple of years. They are not real gold, but the price point is quite high. It was not reasonable at all compared to the quality, that's why I sold them. So far, it was the bags that I've sold and why video. I hope this video was helpful. If you need any further information, feel free to ask me on YouTube comment below. And I wanna say thank you very much for watching my video. I really appreciate it.